What's up, everyone? This is the Danger Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel, Danger speaking, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the new Lair of Darkness structure deck that was just announced. As you notice, I am doing some stuff in the background. I'm just sorting my Extreme Force box pulls. So, that way you have some sort of background fun stuff while I talk about this. Yeah, I would normally keep stuff in the box, but as you can tell there, it pretty well broke. So the Lair of Darkness structure deck is the 41st structure deck in line. So that's the 41st one Konami has released. That's actually pretty cool in my opinion. Like, we've had 41 of these, seriously? Wow. Also, it will contain 2 Ultras, 3 Supers, 36 Commons, a Common Token, a beginner's guide, a playmat / dueling guide. So a lot of fun stuff there along with your box. As well as it comes out April 20th, 2018. So that'll be a lot of fun. Or at least, hopefully anyways. Right? I mean, I've already come up with some interesting ideas of what to combine it with. But that's just me. I'll leave all of you to your own thoughts and ideas when it comes to that. So, they did reveal a few cards talking about this. So, I'm going to hop right in to the very first card that they are talking about. And that is going to be the big boss monster of the deck. Darkest Diablos, Lord of the Lair. It is a level 8 Dark Dragon effect monster with 3,000 attack and 2,000 defense. And it has multiple effects. Its first effect reads, you can use the effect, let's see. You can use the first and third effects of this card by name once per turn. If a dark monsters you control is tributed, and this card is in the graveyard on activation or in hand, even if not on activation, you can special summon this card. So, that's pretty broken. The fact that you can just like, oh look, I'm just going to summon this thing because it's in my graveyard, or wait, I'm not in the hand on activation, but I'm in the hand on resolution time, so I'm summonable somehow. Sounds a little bit broken, if you ask me. But that's just me. So, its second effect reads, your opponent cannot tribute this card, and this card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. So, it's Kaiju proof, it's Sphere Mode proof, it's Lava Golem proof. You can't hit it with Fissures, with Suckeritsu Armors, Bottomless. That's just amazing. Makes it very hard to remove. Now, I'm thinking that it means you can still hit it with Solemns. But I'm not exactly sure at this time. Now, this has only really been revealed for, like, barely any time at all, at least to my knowledge. And yes, we all know I'm a little bit late to everything. But, hey, at least you're getting the news, right? We don't do a lot of news videos here. So it's pretty important when we do reveal news videos like this. So its third effect reads, you can tribute 1 dark monster. Your opponent chooses 1 card. Tribute 1, let's see, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand to return to the top or bottom of the deck. So that means that they're getting rid of a card, and it's either going to the top or the bottom of the deck. They can choose to get it again as their draw, or they can choose to try to draw something else. Well, that's pretty cool. A little unique, but pretty cool nonetheless. So the next monster that was revealed was Lilith, Lady of Lament. Well, before we get to her, I'm going to put up a couple of other things. You're tributing dark monsters. Well, that's interesting and all. When I first heard about this, I was thinking, heretics are going to be on the upstage with this. And then it's like dark monsters. But aren't the heretics light? They are. But that brings me to the next thing I'm about to point out. Well, a little bit later. The field spell. Which makes everything a little more funny. But now we're going to get talking about Lilith, Lady of Lament. It's a level 3 Dark Fiend effect monster with 2,000 attack and 0 defense. If that's not unique, I don't know what is. A 2,000 level 3? I think that's one of the first ones we've gotten. But not just that. It has 0 defense, which is definitely interesting. So, its effect is fairly simple, fairly straightforward. And its first effect reads, if this card was normal summoned, its original attack and defense become 1,000. So that makes up for the fact that it's a level 3 monster, right there. Right there, it's already made up for the fact that it's a level 3 and probably broken as dirt. But its second effect reads, quick effect. You contribute 1 dark monster, reveal 3 normal trap cards from your deck. Your opponent randomly chooses 1 to be set to your field. Shuffle the rest. This effect of Lilith, Lady of Lament, can only be used once per turn. So, it's a Monarch. There's a Monarch card that does something similar to that. It adds 1 to your hand. So it is a Monarch's Tenacity that puts it on the field. Isn't that just a little bit broken, Konami? Like, seriously? Oh, let's see, I could choose 3 bottomless, 3 evenly matched, but who's really going to do that one? 3 Mirror Force, any of them. That's a little bit too broken, in my opinion. Or, hey, let's throw this into freaking trap tricks. Any trap card you want is now on the field. That's broken. That is some broken bullshit right there. But let's move on to the next monster in our nice little list of things. And that is going to be Ahrima, King of Wickedness. It's a level 4 Dark Fiend effect monster with 1,700 attack and 0 defense. They really like these 0 defense cards, don't they? And this card has the effect of, you can discard this card, add 1 Lair of Darkness from your deck to your hand. That's the field spell, by the way. So, it is a Gravekeeper's Commandant, a, let's see, what's another one? I'm pretty sure you get that point. Maybe, I don't know. I know a lot of you older players will definitely remember that card, but, it searches field spell. It searches the deck's field spell. Simple as that. And that itself is also fairly broken. But it's a 1,700, so it's not terrible, I guess? I mean, it could be worse. But then it has another effect. And that effect reads, you contribute 1 dark monster, draw 1 card, or if a dark monster other than this card was tributed, you can add 1 dark monster with 2,000 or more defense from your deck to your hand instead of drawing. You can only activate this effect of Ahrima, King of Wickedness, once per turn. So, you can add the boss monster from your deck to your hand, explaining its, even if not claws, at least slightly. I think. But if that's not a little bit broken, I don't know what is. I mean, it basically allows you to summon the dang thing so easily. Like, so easily. And it's like, you can either draw a card, or I can add this giant boss monster to my hand. Hello, boss monster. I mean, seriously, that's That's a no-brainer right there. So now let's move on to the field spell, Lair of Darkness. It has 3 different effects. 1 says, face-up monsters become dark attributes. Okay, that's both sides of the field. So that just made all that shit even more broken, because now you can tribute your opponent's stuff because they're dark. If that's not a little bit broken, please explain to me what is. I mean, seriously here. Tributing my opponent's stuff to activate my effects? Then kicking other effects because it wasn't my monster being tributed? I mean, if heretics were freaking dark, they would love this deck. The field control presence, the attributing amount that this deck does. I mean, you're probably going to have at least a couple of heretics in this deck to start with. Not only that, I can definitely expect to find at least a couple of other things in there, like the original Diablos. It's definitely going to have a few dragons. It might even possibly have good synergy with Dark World. Time will tell as we see more cards that have been revealed for the deck. But that's definitely fairly interesting, at least on its own, you know? So, the next part of the effect reads, once per turn, if you attribute a monster to activate a card or effect, you can tribute 1 dark monster your opponent controls as if you controlled it. There you go. You can tribute your opponent's stuff for all your card effects. Hello, broken, my old friend. And last but not least, once per turn during the end phase, special summon to the turn player's field in defense mode as many as possible Shadow tokens, Fiend, Dark, level 3000s, up to the number of tributed cards, while Lair of Darkness was face up on the field this turn. Let's take a quick look down at that. So not only are you spamming the turn player's field with a ton of shit, but they're effect monsters. And what just got put to 3? My burn friends? Something that loves effect monsters. And that card is Ceasefire. If you manage to clear their field by continuously tributing stuff, they're going to get an entire field full of effect monsters. And what's so fun about that? The burn damage. The burn damage is so much fun with that. Like, I'm thinking about possibly teching a little bit of this in with Trick Stars to make a Chaos variant. And that just sounds all around fun. But that's my idea. Don't steal it. At least let me play around with it for like 5 minutes, please. I mean, I'm probably not the only one that's thought of that already. But I'd like to have an original idea that's actually an original idea for once. So, finally, we're going to get down to the last card, and that is Grinning Grave Virus. It's a normal trap card. And it reads, tribute 1 dark monster with 3000 or less attack. Your opponent destroys 1 card from their hand or their deck for every 500 attack that monster had. So let's stop right there. 3000 or less, I contribute something with 0 to kick effects. So I contribute something that was Fiendish Chained. I contribute something that had its attack put to 0. I contribute literally anything I want for that card. Broken. But now let's continue on with its effect. Also, if a dark monster with 2000 or more was used, check all cards your opponent draws until the end phase of their 3rd turn after activation, and destroy all monsters among them. What do Trick Stars do? Hell, make your opponent draw Or at least my variant does. What is that going to do? Hella make them get rid of their monsters. All you need there is something to make their stuff banish. Like, let's say, oh, I don't know, forgot the name of it. Macrocosmos, which I think might be banned, or Dimensional Fissure, which also might be banned, or it's something from Ancient Sanctuary. It's a 1000, Banisher of the Radiance. That's a 1600 light That's a 1600 light. So it has some tech ability. And with Trick Stars. Not much, but... Or at least not much currently. But then, oh, what are you going to do? You're about to make them have no monsters. That's broken. Also, cards sent to the graveyard because of Grinning Grave Virus's effect can't activate their effects the turn they're destroyed by its effects. So, Sanjin, negated. Burning Abyss, negated. Anything that floats, negated. That is not fun. Not fun. Not fun. I don't want to play against that card. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. But I figured I'd give you guys that little rundown of at least so far what has been revealed. Also, there is the box art, which I'm going to put in the which I'm going to put in probably both the thumbnail and the beginning of the video, so you guys can check out. Along with every time I go to talk about a new card, I will show that to you guys. So I want to thank you guys for definitely coming and listening into this. It was a lot of fun to talk about it. And also, there's a lot of different stuff you can do with this. I mean, the field spell is a zombie world only for attributes. Makes it so you can tribute your opponent's stuff. And fills up fields with monsters. All we need now is an urgent tuning for links. Where you can start linking your opponent's... Where you can link summon on your opponent's turn. And that card would be hella useful. Now, I can see definitely Grinning Grave Virus getting hit. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I mean, you don't even have to run it in this deck. You can run it in Burning Abyss. You can run it in Dark World. I mean, that's just crazy. Also, that new boss monster, a Diablos. Is Diablos actually getting an archetype now? How many other Diablos are we going to get? The amount of questions that does not solve is crazy. Also, I noticed recently that that Konami reprinted the Chaos Dragon structure deck. Coincidence? I think not. I mean, why would they reprint it and then like 2 days later give us this information? It's like they're telling you, hey, pay attention. You're about to be getting something really good. You might want to pay attention so you can use it. But that's just me. So I want to thank you guys for watching / listening in. I had a lot of fun talking about this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will try to continue to update you on this new stuff as it comes out. So, all that sort of fun stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe, talk about it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment at us. And this is the Danger Yu-Gi-Oh channel, signing off.